Hello everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Transport Fever, and we're going to do what's for some may be a very boring episode. As I said in the last one, I was going to buy a train. So let's do that, because I want to set up the passenger trains by now. So what we are going to do is buying one BR53 Preuss G3, or actually BR53 Preuss G3 in German, as well as, oh, that's a surprise. I wasn't expecting this actually. We got 11-person cars instead of 5. The train is doing 50. This one is doing 60. So I have to see how many passengers I can actually transport before the train turns into mediocre 44. So that's 33. 32, 40. So I will stick to these compartments, because if I'm able to do 40 passengers, or if I'm going to do 33 passengers, it's 7 less plus the cars. Later, when we get a better train, and I can do a quick check on that in 80, 90. So 5 years from now, I'm getting a better train, which is able to do 60 kilometers an hour. I can replace this entire setup for the new train and this compartment car, and probably be able to even add a fourth, and at that point, or maybe with some luck, a fifth, and at that point being able to transport more passengers at once. But for now, adding 4 of those is useless. I will at least have more capacity, as I'm able to do with the current car, and I can't. So we will buy this one. I got enough money left. I will leave this. First of all, because there's no use for me to buy a second train if the train isn't even leaving the depot for a while, because I have to stop it. Because yes, it will stay in the depot until I'm able to release it. I might as well keep my money safe for other stuff. So that's number one. And like I said, I keep my money safe. A train which isn't used is only costing me money. There's no use for that. So I better keep my money safe. When this train arrives at the very first station, yes, at that point, if I have the 1.9 million, I may actually buy the second train, and we'll see. For now, oh wait, because I said I want to ride along today. For now, I'm going to assign it to the route, and we will zoom in to the max. First, to give you the overview at what it looks like. And what it sounds like. So this is what our train is looking. And yeah, it's pretty nice. It doesn't have an enclosed cabin, but it does have a coal tender. So that's looking nice. Now, like I said, we don't do any passenger pickup over here. So the first spot it's actually moving to is Antrim Station. I will let it run, and as you can see, buying a second train would have been a bad idea. But along this strip we will passing the other trains on the, hang on a second, it's still moving over there. It's traveling along the cargo line. Well, that's not really a problem, because those two are connected anyway. But I was hoping it would actually move to the express lane, express train lanes. It doesn't. We also need to keep an eye on the streets, because streets are going to change as well now. At least not long for now. Already had electricity available for trams, so we're getting a few changes. Signal will change. At some point we have to build catenary. So once in a while we're moving on the side above, check things. Still it's non-electric ones. There's one train ahead of us, and we will actually, there's the first train. That's oil. Side, as a matter of fact. The good thing is I've set signals for one direction, and now you see why that's actually this important. Because if I didn't, and the train would be crossing this platform with this track, they would collide at some point, and I would have a lot of problems. If I'm not mistaken, it should move to the platforms now. And it's actually skipping our first station, which is having passengers. That's why it didn't move to the express train tracks. It's skipping the first station. It did add the first station to the... Yeah. So why is it heading out to station number 2? I don't know. It doesn't say which one it's actually heading to either. But yeah, this explains why it's not moving here to either of those platforms. But we have 4 passengers waiting. So might as well switch. See the platform numbers. I never noticed if they are there for cargo. I will take a look at it. And now we are switching to express trains. Express trains. With an amazing speed of 50 kilometers an hour. I know we've done this multiple times before, and I'm going to tell you we will do this multiple times after, because every once in a while my trains will add trains to tracks I'd like to run along with the trains, just have a view about what's happening. Passengers we transporting, but I will at how many passengers are waiting at the station. I will pause the game and see how much money we have. If we have enough money, I will add another train because we need to cut down on transportation times anyway, and having a train at the first station and one at the last station, and then making them come halfway along, I will need at least 2 or 4 trains, that's for sure. This is a part we didn't travel before, so nice forest journey. Without any wildlife, just birdies. Yes, it's always nice. I know the route is working when we tested it, so we basically know it's working. No, we didn't test it. We followed it when I was setting it up. So I know it's working, but it's always nice to actually see it working. And we even have passengers waiting at the other side. Now, look at the stations, because that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. We got this nice plate telling what station we have here. We got a clock, we have the platform number, benches, garbage cans, and lots of people in fancy clothing. Like I said, I want to know how long it takes. 35 minutes. So clone and passenger 1B. This one is currently in the depot and it's heading out to the same spot we are at. So we're switching back to cockpit view and let's see what happens when we arrive at the next station. This is where I went wrong when building used the wrong button. I will actually go down a little bit. After that, go up a little bit. It doesn't affect the speed, fortunately. This also gives me, other as a nice view, a very good opportunity to take a look at the train and even inside some parts, and there's even a safety chain here for the engineer. Now let's move on. People sitting nicely, doing weird things with their hands. Though some may look more like they're sleeping. See, actually see the, oh hang on, this is the bridge. This is the bridge. Ah, there it is. I want it. That's why. That was the bridge. Missed it. Oh well. We had a nice view of the train anyway. Should have kept the train looking at the side instead. Now here comes the tricky part, so let's see if actually everything works out the way I hoped it would. It's moving along the express tracks over here. That works. Everybody's getting slapped on left and right now. And this works. That's the express lane again. That's the point. Staircases for the underpass. And 40 passengers. Whoa, we got a lot waiting. This one hasn't even arrived yet. No. Well, sort of makes sense because this distance is shorter distance as that one. Question is, should I add a third train now? "18 minutes. So the answer is yes. And as we can see, our plastic train is having items as well. But I will need to add a plastic train later too, because this one needs to drop. So I will add one more passenger train if I'm able to. Not enough money. Bummer. Oh well. Let's see how much money we have when we arrive at the next station. So we've got ourselves a full train. Actually, no. Benches are still empty. Some of them. But that's it. The road will most likely take trains now. I think we missed most of the traffic because it's late time mate. Enjoy. Distance. That's probably normal between both transportation like trucks. At least we'll be able to see what happens with the bridge here. Well, that's high enough. Got a whole lot of passengers waiting. New vehicle, new tram anyway. I need to check out. This is at the last station and heading back. This one is still heading to the first station. So by the time this arrives here, the other one is already. So I will add the last train when we arrive on our return trip. And let's see, Miss Beatrice Thompson lives in Huntham, is traveling to the commercial and the industrial building in Stardom with lines. So she's going to use public transport. Now, Mr. Thompson, industrial building via passenger railroad 1, lives in Huntham, visit commercial building here and the industrial building there. So, and how much do we have waiting? 98. So I already have 2 full trains of people waiting here. We also have 85 plastic right now. So that's going well. As a matter of fact, instead of buying a new passenger train, I may do this. That one is still transporting plastic. I have no idea where it is, but I don't think that matters that much right now. And later I will add a third passenger train, because right now things are going a lot better. And we're going to do, I was about to say, a flip. So we currently got 5 freight trains running and 2 express trains. There are still people using their own transportation. Left, that works, and stays on this back. I'm so happy it works as it should. Starts when we meet the other train. There's one of the oil trains. At least I have enough money for the passenger train. And now this is actually the reason why I wanted my tracks separate for cargo and express, because I'm doing 10 kilometers an hour faster, and as you can see I already be passing the other train. Otherwise I would be stuck for a very, very long time. I don't want that. Even if it was only for a short distance like this, I don't want that. So, there's the other train on the bridge. I may as well decide we're here, they are there. Train 1C. And that too is assigned to a train route. So that works. We have a lot of passengers waiting here, both directions. Don't have that many. Sorry. We have an awful lot waiting there, and we have people waiting here, so at least I'm keeping a full train in a large part of our directions, which is quite nice. Now we also had new trams. And to get a look at those, I will have to change a few things, so I won't get them yet. Replace, because it's an electric one doing 1 kilometer an hour faster. Loading speed 2, loading speed 2, loading speed 2. So that doesn't matter. 6, 11, 11. But that 1 kilometer an hour may be useful. And of course, a lower emission. So yes, but that it means a lot of investments, starting with tool. I could actually use this tool. Tram track, brake keep. No, I can't. I have to do this all along where we are on both. Either of those three, and actually all 6. So that's going to take some while. I will do that after we finished our journey with the train. So let's switch back to cockpit view and look at our other train arriving and actually passing us. Oh, how nice, even the signs are there. Hey, oh, now it's too late. We have a nice view over here, but I can't see my house. That's the construction materials plant. One thing I will show you once we arrived, before I actually started upgrading all the tram tracks, is emissions map, because that's going to change a lot. Trains have higher emissions. Makes sense, all that smoke. Also one of the reasons why I want to switch the trams, because it will drop the emissions again. So we will get a much more reddish map as we used to have, with each and every train route really showing big red numbers. So having multiple trains transport the passengers and the goods as fast as possible is a nice thing. But at the same time, because of that, I'm also having lots of emissions. And I just noticed some of our passengers are actually waiting. Well, let's say they're enjoying the sun right now. But I don't mind if they do, but it's not what I want them to do. So, train stops, well, the station is under construction. Normal. And go. And 40. What I'm going to do while we're not following this one, look at what the passengers do. You see them actually entering the building, coming out at the other side of the building, crossing the streets where they're not allowed to. And curious what they are going to do. No, they're not. See them actually move over to the bus station, where they will be taking the next bus, which is just arriving. You see numbers of which bus they are about to take. Oh, they aren't jaywalking. There's actually a crossing here. Okay, good to know. So even that part of the game is being taken care of. Now, back to following the trains. Split off, so I'm curious which train we will see. Probably one of the oil trains, probably one of the plastic trains. I'm also curious if we're actually going to catch up on one of the other oil or plastic trains. No, we passed one oil train. Well, speaking of the devil, because here, this is one of the plastic trains. And it was blowing the horn because that's the point to blow the horn. The question is, which plastic train? B. So it's the empty one, which means that A is very close. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. Let's see. 130 plastic. There's no problem with 55. The only disadvantage is there's the oil we actually saw when we left here. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it doesn't have to stop. That's the second oil train. It doesn't have to stop, so while we stopped, that oil train is actually catching up on us. We stopped over here and it had time to catch up. We're still ahead. But I'm not sure what's going to happen with those two plastic trains. Let's find out a bit. Also see the reason why I said the signals aren't really working well. We should have put them the other way around. Honestly. Over time I may actually replace those signals for electric ones. That's the other passenger train. I may replace the signals for electrical ones and at that point they work well. I only have to replace the center two in the middle because the outer ones are obstructed and only two in the middle are, so it's not really a big problem. It's a bit weird looking that the signal telling me to pass on is actually blocked by the signal on the other side. So happy everything works out the way I want it. Makes this game so special and enjoyable. If everything works out the way I want it to work out, I can enjoy this game with doing a trip like this. We spent almost an hour, like I said, going to do a full session, recording session this time, but just riding along the train. Yeah, it's so nice to see that everything I've been setting up works. And I really hope folks are enjoying this too, so let me know in the comments if you think it's nice, or if you think it isn't nice, or if you think I can do things different or better, or if you want me to focus on things, let me know, because I'm doing this for myself, but I'm also doing this for other people. The other people are the ones doing this, so it would be very nice if I'm actually able to know what will happen, what people would like to see. And yes, I will spend more time in expanding. And we just arrived, so I might as well remove those now. I will spend time expanding, but I don't want to do each and every week showing people how to set things up, how I set up a route to an industry, from one industry to another, and so on, and that all. Because that's not what I wanted. Now, what I do want to know for now is, am I actually transporting plastic here, and if so, how much? We already have 53 steel stored here, but I'm curious about the plastic. I need this one for that. No. Why am I not transporting plastic? Because this one's empty. Have I made the same mistake again? No, I am loading plastic. And I am loading machines. So what happened to the plastic I was transporting in my railroad? Because that one doesn't have it. And that one doesn't have it. And judging by the numbers, it did deliver it. It isn't here either. So it should be on plastic route. It says it transported 20 plastic, which is correct. Oh, wait. Wait. Consumption 1818. Production 18. So I made machines out of it. But I'm not transporting the machines. But I am loading them. Yeah. That means I have to keep an eye on that for a moment. Can't do that now anyway. Let's see. That one is over here. That one is over there. And we'll follow this one for a while. I want to know if it's going to pick up plastic. Well, it should be, because the previous one also did. I also want to know what happens when it has delivered plastic. So we were doing a little bit of the other one. The only thing I can think of is that the machines we built weren't enough to actually trigger the next part of the transportation. Or that's something I didn't look at. They were actually delivered here. That may have triggered dropping them off. That didn't help either, so that isn't it. For some reason I lost the plastic. Didn't get any machines going. Yeah, weird. 18. We have used 18, but we never had now I'm picking them up over here. So that was working well. But full running. But there's never anything being shipped. That's the problem. For some reason that's surprising. For some reason I'm not shipping the machines yet. Perhaps it will happen in the next batch. Let's just hope so. I got passenger traffic started, and look at all those numbers popping up everywhere. This one is really full. So I may even need a fourth train. Like I said, we get the new locomotive 1890. We also, and that's a bit of the upcoming problem right now, have a new tram. 1901 at least, but in 1890, I also 1891 I get new buses, and in 1890 I also get trucks. So there's going to be a lot of replacements for vehicles. start with trams. That's number one. Because those require quite some work. And after that, over time, when we get the funds, I will do the rest. Slowly but surely. So this part is still going well. I'm really curious about what will happen at the station because, yeah, I was a bit foolish to get this train started. As a matter of fact, I will need another one. Ooh. Well, I might as well do that. Pick one train. Not enough money. How much do I need? Never mind. How much do I need for this? 1.5 million, 2.3 million. Okay, so I'm just a bit short. A little bit. Now I do have the money. And with that one leaving, well, this one is close to starting point. Things are going to be pretty much better balanced as those two. Also, now it's 16 minutes, that's bearable. Maybe I'll add a fourth over time later. All depends on how things are going. This is looking quite nice. Might as well close this because I don't need that clean anymore. That's what happens when you start loading plastic. Big question is what's going to happen with all those switches. That's what I'm curious about. But the other train is quite far away, so I don't see any problem popping up. That's the passenger train, so there aren't. No. That's a situation that, hey, nothing to do about. This works pretty well. Next train. See what happens when that one departs with the passenger train nearby. This went well. But it's even possible that those two won't cross each other. There's one more thing I could check. Needed 69 series, so there is a demand. Unless I made indeed a mistake. Yes, I made a mistake. That's why we didn't have any machines being shipped. I created everything. I set up the transportation for everything, and I forgot that we have to transport the machines from this to that stop. I don't need that many vehicles for it, and it's a shame I have to do it now because in 1890 we may have another vehicle, but I don't want to take the risk. Like I said, I knew I made a mistake, I just couldn't figure out which one. Now I know. I want to keep following that one. And while doing so, let's have a look. By the time the train is actually close to the crossing, maybe the passenger train will it's departing. So let's see what happens. Nothing, it's too late. That's a shame. $100, good enough. So, Problem solved. Now I'm curious if it's actually the ones that were produced. No, time is gone, so it's taking too long. Such a shame. Well, what's left to do is something I said I would do now. I'm going to upgrade my tracks. And to do that, I have to select the tool. I have to select the right piece of road I'm going to use. And after that, I will have to click where I am. Is it the 20 or the 40? I have no idea. Let's try the 20 first. And as you can see, this is the effect. Nice pole with and cable and something Spider-Man may have built over here. No, not those kind of Spider-Man. So I will do this for each and every piece of tram track in offline mode. And after that, I will upgrade the trams and we'll see in next episode what will happen with the new trams. Therefore, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, we did a lot of nothing, just traveling along the trains. Although at the same time, and I have to admit that if I actually pick the right panel for a change, we have been doing a lot. We started out with free oil trains, we added free passenger trains and free plastic machine trains. So our train park, so to call it, is actually 9 trains right now, and it will become a lot larger. We're doing nice times on the frequency. I'm not so worried about the rate with this one. Frequency is more important. Every 15 minutes it stops. We got 2 stops, so every half an hour train is going back and forth, something like that. This is it. Thanks for watching. I wish you a very good day. Hope to see you next time as always, and goodbye.